All right, good morning to you guys. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. It's Fun Friday. We're ready to have a fun day today. And we're talking about space. You're going to find some really cool things in your agenda, some space themed fun stuff to do at home with your families. So I hope that you'll enjoy some of those. I wanted to let you know that today you'll find in our phonics lesson, it says we're moved on to lesson 28. That's because you've been working so hard. And we've been able to compact some things into a smaller space. So one day this week you didn't know it, but you did 2 lessons. And so we're going to keep doing that so we can get through all our lessons. I hope you're finished with your Mother's Day project. And I'm excited about that. I hope that turns out really nice and that you'll take good care of your moms. Mother's Day's on Sunday, so I hope you'll get up early enough to do something special for her in the morning and make her feel like you're queen all day long, because that's what we should do with our moms. Moms work so hard and they do so many different things for us. Moms aren't perfect, but they love us so much, so we need to really honor them, and I hope that you'll do that on Sunday. I wanted to share with you as soon as you are done with your project for Mother's Day, we're moving on to a new writing project that's going to finish out our year. So this is something I've shared a little bit with parents, but I wanted to talk to you guys about it today. We are starting a Roosevelt first grade cookbook that we wanted to share. We know that through this quarantine time and being at home so much, one of the things that a lot of families have found special is to do cooking together. Maybe you have baked some cookies with mom or dad or big sister or brother. Maybe you made a meal that you really, really liked. Maybe you made a meal and you named it quarantine something and you gave it a new nickname because you ate it so much during quarantine. Whatever it is, there's something special in cooking, and there's something really amazing in the fact that we get to share our recipes and our cooking ideas. So as first graders, we want you to share, each of you, one recipe that you have made or that you would like to make. Maybe you didn't get a chance to do any cooking, but you want to share share a recipe. So I have with me my iPad, and I brought it with me so that I could show it to you. Mrs. Me did a really, really wonderful job of getting this set up, and she's been coordinating all of it, and she helped make a sample. I've already sent that to moms and dads, but I wanted to get to show you here. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be writing an activity, a writing project about a recipe that you would want to cook. So the first thing you need to know is, what would you like to cook? So Mrs. Me put together one thing you could do, which is to draw yourself a circle map. And in your circle map, you would put in the middle, see how it says favorite foods. And then on the outside, Mrs. Me wrote all her different favorite foods. And so you could brainstorm your favorite ideas of favorite foods. Okay? That's one thing you could start with. After you've done that, if you pick a favorite food, you could also use the circle map to help you brainstorm about what should be included in your writing. In the middle, you could put, let's say you chose chocolate cake. You could write that in the middle. And then in the bubble around, in your circle, you could write all the different things you know about chocolate cake. Why you like it, what it tastes like, what ingredients it has, what things are special about chocolate cake that make you really like it the most. Why it's special to you, maybe if there's something special about quarantine and chocolate cake for you. So then you could make your own. Oh, come on. My silly screen just went away. Come back to me. I think, there it goes. I tapped a button and I didn't even realize it. Okay, so you could do your circle map to help you brainstorm. Then Mrs. Me also sent, and I've sent these to moms and dads too. Here is a sentence frame to help you see how you could write about your favorite recipe. So Mrs. Me says, I want to tell you how to make blank. So whatever you pick, let's say you picked chocolate cake. So you would write it on the line. I want to tell you how to make chocolate cake. Then the next line says, first you need to grab blank and blank. So what are some ingredients you would need to make your cake? Then you would write those on the line. Next, put blank in a blank. When you're cooking, what do you put in what? Do you put something in a bowl? Do you put something in a pan? Do you put something in the oven? You get to write it. Then you need to cook it in a blank at blank temperature for blank amount of time. Last, then what would you do last? And you would write it on that line. I like making chocolate cake because, and then why you liked it. Okay, so it's a pretty simple sentence frame here she has. Oh my goodness, I keep tapping that. Okay, so let's say you want to write about something. Remember, it needs an introduction. That's what Mrs. Me has done here. I want to tell you how to make chocolate cake. Okay? So I want to tell you how to make blank is your introduction. You could use a different introduction if you wanted to do it differently, but this is to help you if it's helps you a little bit. Then you need a first, next, and then, right? Remember our 3 transition words for our 3 sentences that are telling us about what to do. Okay? And then she has a last. First, next, then, and last. And then she has a conclusion. I like making blank because blank. So you wrap it all up with your conclusion. So that's what you get to do for your writing. So I'm going to show you what Mrs. Me wrote for her final, but I want to show you one other thing she used as a wonderful tip. She used a flow chart. Can you see it there? There we go. So she started with tell how to make, she said, no-bake cookies. That was her topic. First, grab peanut butter, milk, butter, oatmeal, sugar, cocoa powder. Then look how she draws her lines. Remember when we've done this, you draw your line down to the next one. Make sure it goes in order so your line is pointing at what comes next. Next, put sugar, butter, milk, cocoa powder in a pan. Then, cook at a high temperature for 1 minute. Last, mix peanut butter, oatmeal, and make into cookies. And then your conclusion is, I like no-bake cookies because they're easy. Okay? So that is a wonderful way for you to organize, maybe even before you get to this step. I'm sorry, there's a little glare, but we're doing our best. Okay? So before you get to this step, the flow map would be really, really helpful. I'm not sure if I sent that to moms and dads, so I'll make sure that one comes through too, okay? And then let me share with you Mrs. Me's final. She wrote, I want to tell you how to make no-bake cookies. First, you need to grab oatmeal, peanut butter, milk, sugar, and cocoa powder. Next, put the sugar, milk, butter, and cocoa powder in a pan on the stove because you need to warm it up. Then you need to cook it in a pan at a high temperature for 1 minute. Last, mix in the peanut butter and uncooked oatmeal and make cookies using a spoon. I like making no-bake cookies because they are easy. So you can see how she put her ideas together. So this is your assignment, to make a wonderful recipe. You can share also a picture of the actual recipe from your mom or dad's cookbook. And then you can also share a picture of your recipe. So if Mrs. Me was doing no-bake cookies, she would draw a picture of her no-bake cookies. And then I'm going to put that together into a fun little cover. So we're going to have everybody's pictures all on it to make it really special. Okay? All right, you guys. I'm loving getting to see you today. This is a project we'll start talking about today in our morning meeting. In our Zoom meeting. And I'll look forward to seeing you then.